The question that we are asking is it inherent that performance art functions on the public mainly? Is that the main issue, the main point for it to work? Together with this is, the question of function, because I'm a believer of being, something is taking place, something is in its own right. But since we have this situation at the moment, the public event cannot take place. And how are we coping with this? How is the experience with this in our own artistic lives?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And we are joined by Anna, who is an artist colleague in Braunschweig, Suresh, who is also experiencing performance art, but also teaching at WUD in India, World University, where I was last year, and we met. And Rajesh, performance artist from Delhi. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, so formally. So you can hear everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. So, okay, you start, Rajesh, now. Then I will join with you the talk.
No, but Anna wanted to speak.
I
So-
can wait. It's no problem.
Yeah, okay. Anna, you can
Okay.
start now. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I'm a performance artist, but I have a special history because I'm a musician. I was working as an opera singer in opera houses, and so I came through this musician life to performance arts, and so it's a bit different for me. Maybe I think. Mainly performance art is very it's depending on the presence of the audience, especially for musicians. Yeah, but it depends what kind of performance you do. I'm working with videos and room installation, and so I work with recording of performances I do, and then I work with the videos I took with my recordings, and so I'm working with it, and I build out of this material. I build room installations or videos, and so I'm really I think I'm now, after my musician career, I'm quite independent of the really presence during my performance.
Mm.
Afterwards, I'm depending on spectators. Yeah, afterwards.
Thank you.
How do you mean afterwards? Like in
Yeah, after the performance, the performance is giving me material to work with it, and if I show the artwork, the videos or the installation, then I need public, I need spectators to go into my rooms and to see it. Yeah.
to explore it, yeah.
To explore it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And suppose you were start your artwork as a painting. So that time also audience will be inside front of your artwork.
Pardon, I didn't understand really well what you. Could you repeat this?
Yeah. Suppose you're doing a painting and not a
Yes.
performance, but it could be performance. That time you did a work. So that time also participation also join you.
Do you mean if I paint painting if there's spectators while I'm painting?
Yes, yes.
No, no, I
Okay.
don't do this. No, I'm paint for myself. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
The process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything, Raj, you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, you can ask. And
No, I was seeing your some of the performance during this isolation quarantine period, and
yes, yes,
I was I found it's very sensitive with the you space, whatever you are doing and whatever you are making something, you and you create that performance. That's really I like the idea with your all work because it's very
okay,
spontaneous also. And then not much you are decided, suddenly you find some space and activity and you suddenly start that things and you participate. And
yes,
that way I really I think is a very interesting for the whole, the practice actually, because it's not very much defined with the gallery system or with particular audience or particular very individual approach. And that's what because I've seen your work, that's why I know that somewhere in the
yes.
from the Facebook, and you are keep sending me. So in that way, I really like. But and now in this period, what you are actually managing your time with your something you performing or learning. So what kind of experience actually you want to share here?
Yes. Suppose I'm sitting my studio, my space, and I'm trying to convey myself as my body because this time it's quarantine, so nobody go outside because of quarantine. It's better you stay at home. So I decide to because it's a whole month I am sitting in my room. So with this time, my body and my hair also growing day by day. So I decide to cut my hair, suppose my mustache and my beard and like this. So I create a environment in my room as a barber's shop because
Ah.
this time barber shop is closed outside. So I decide to express my work as my body and my hair. So that is my performance this time. Thank you.
Yes, with the very coincident also, I can share that I never kept my beard and the mustache and everything. Okay, all the time shaved off and very good looking face always I carry. But I this in
Yes.
this period actually I thought that I want to be just like very much natural, and I want to see myself like how my beard looking, how my mustache are looking, and I don't like that coloring always. That's a really good thing that I don't have any problem with the white hairs of me all mixed hair, and it's not well looking. So that's why I really every day I just do some practice with some of the people I know. They are my neighbor very before, and one of the army men he used to wait all the time. They care with the milk and oiling, and he all the time caring like a half an hour, 1 hour in morning and the evening, and he always get very conscious about his face. So same way, I found it. I want to see actually that practice, and so in the morning I wake up, I put some aloe vera gel here, and I make myself my aloe vera gel at home. I have a garden, so I grow all, and then after I put some oils and then everything. So that kind of all practice, which is the people having with the mustache and all. So that is also I'm doing and enjoying. And let's see what will happen. I'm quite like that to keeping the mustache and our beard now. So it's
So
interesting. Yeah,
I
yeah. So you
what this
see, hello.
what what this is showing is that no matter where performance art starts, and it never finishes anyway, but no matter where it is framed, I think this time of isolation is giving attention and a high level of consciousness to certain, like you said, daily rituals, or even rituals that are usually done in the public, and to take this home and reinvestigate that and actually feel that. And I think this isolation then also is like a magnifying glass. You can observe your own life through the magnifying glass and discover those very, very highly concentrated details, you know. And I really like this, but I think it's not the isolation that's it is the isolation that's pointing this out, but I think performance art has its roots much deeper. In 2013 in Cyprus, I met with Alistair McLennon, who is one of the major performance artists in Ireland. And he has invented this group of open source events, which is called Be Beyond. And we sat in the cafe, and there was no idea of any isolation or anything, but he then said, look, for him, the performance action or the whole performative thought process, as it is practical as well as spiritual, you know, he is going through life and he might find a corner and he's going into this corner and he's engaging with the corner. So it is right away with that intention in the absence of the public. Yeah, the public is there, but it is not gathered, it is not instigated, it is not like you were saying, Anna, in these opera houses or in the theater where you instigate the event, you buy tickets, blah blah blah, people have expectations, da da da. So in this way, the showing for is in the foreground, but I think what we experience now is that the performative action can very much reside in its purity, you know, in and with ourselves.
Yeah, but if you are on stage, every time I felt a very strong intensity inside, and how I perform, how I'm together with the role I fulfill in this moment, or with the music, yeah. So sometimes I forgot the public. I was with myself, but on the other side, you have this energy flowing to the public, to the people, to each of the individuals in the room. But I agree with you that it's not necessary that someone is in front of you or in the same room. I think it's a kind of concentration and being with yourself, or with the situation of your choice in this moment.
I would like to just take the opportunity now and liberate or reassess the idea of freedom of the performative action, rather than having a dependency issue and saying, well, my work only functions, yeah, watch the word function, in the eye of the public or with the participation. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it's too much subjectivity also in your mind, and you kill yourself. Because what I feel, as an artist, I feel I'm very impulsive, like to see something, and then I don't want to define anything, you know, just like in isolation, I want to feel myself with the beard and the days and all that my child, and then everybody just looking at me and they just talking about, oh, your mustache is this, you're looking like this, or whatever the things are. I'm just interacting with the people with a new look, and also I'm having this kind of ritual. So that's I don't want to just define with what is the very in the depth, or what is the context of that, or because inside I'm feeling something is different and I'm getting some different energy with the isolation. So I think it's like a visual and the subjective is totally different, because as an artist I'm a totally visual and I don't want to just define things that what will happen, what will the audience will think about. This I want to live it. So I'm collecting lots of things. I'm collecting stones from the outside in these days. Lots of bones I collected also, and then I'll want to see my whole room is like messed up, and everything I just taking from my almara, very old stuff, and I'm writing about the whole my collection of that. So that's where I'm trying to interact in with my nostalgic feelings, whatever I collected before. I have a time to look at again. So that is also kind of performance when I'm looking in the different space now to the all those stuff which is I collected. So that is
Yes.
what I practice I'm doing now. Okay, thank you.
But you are looking at it differently, and that's important. You know, you pay more attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I used to write all experiences whenever I see some my old stuffs and whatever I feel every day that, oh, I have collected that. And then I try to find out from my boxes, I reopen, undone. Then I just see what things are now with me actually to see that all objects. And I'm making lots of drawings also in simultaneously. So it's just a process and I don't know what will happen. I don't know even. Okay, thank you. Yeah, carry on. Oh, birds are really nice actually. Singing.
beautiful art.
Yeah, Dagmar is your place. Dagmar is your place. Singing is the birds are. Hello?
Rajesh?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, according to Suresh, and according to my experience as a visual artist and performance artist, so it's a big problem as a artist. I isolated my body in my room. So because as an artist, you have to discover your atmosphere, outside atmosphere. So it's I think they both of go, or I don't know.
Say again?
Yeah. So so this time I'm feel very what kind I say, it's isolate. Suppose I isolate my body in my room, so I don't know how to discover itself, but I don't say. Yeah,
But it
carry on.
unfolds. It unfolds. It
Yes,
unfolds
yes,
itself, you know? It is not
yes,
so much the intention of doing something, but to follow what is happening at that very moment, and to
yes,
find those deeper levels, you know, sediments,
yes,
you know, like layers.
yes.
Um,
And this time it's suppose day by day I thought something, but again and again repeat in my mind. So it's very typical for me. Yes.
yes, you could say what
But
we have this crisis now, and you know what is different. Yeah. But what I find the
Yes.
answer to that, I asked myself also, many things are not different. The whole operation, like you were talking about in your spaces, I do that also.
Yes.
But I think what we are referring to now is the virtual reality in a much more conscious way. We are using technology, which has been around for many years, but now for the first time, it seems to be that we are dependent on that particular channel to perhaps document or engage. And I want to ask you how you feel about that. I mean, similar to the situation that we have created at this very moment, you know, what are we doing? We are having this conversation, but I cannot feel your breath. I cannot see your eyes blink. I cannot sense your energies, you know, it's all flattened. Yeah.
No, you can sense energy. You are doing it. in this moment. No, I think because of this global situation, we are nearer together than other times. We are in similar situation, and so we are coming together through Skype or to the internet, and it's I find it really interesting how close we are and how similar our problems are. Yeah, it's feeling like a small world here. It was interesting how we use these cellophane things and the plastic bag, and so it was quite.
Yes. And I don't know where this is a poly bag.
Oh yeah, you have it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah, really nice. Bag. Yeah, it fits you.
Yes. Yes. And then this poly bag, I can also see through this screen also. I'm able to see. I'm able to see you, all of you. Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see you now as well.
I can see you.
Look, and we are going to share the video, the recording, and with your consent, I will send it to Dhaka.
Okay,
tomorrow.
you can. Yes.
And I'm not going to edit. I want them to edit because it's far too long, but it doesn't matter. It's the material.
Yes.
It's already on MPEG 4, so it's fine.
Are you fine? Are you fine, Dagmar?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot share my video.